and welcome to this conversation. This is the 30th episode of the Red Flag and Money Show, and I am super excited to be here today. For those of you who do not know me, I am your host, Marie-Jo César. I help professional women acquire and apply the relevant financial skills and knowledge they need to take control of their money, manage their finances, and understand that they can live their best life with the money they have. Thank you for joining in today. If you are watching the replay, make sure to type #replay in the chat and leave me some comments and questions. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. I come to you live every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to share valuable information about how to achieve financial wellness and live your life with means and meaning. Today, we are going to talk about the importance of group health and supplemental health insurance for small businesses. And to help me with this important topic, I have with me Melinda Gay, a group health and supplemental benefit consultant. Melinda hails from the state of Louisiana and lives in Washington State. She's a mother, she's a wife, she's a grandmother, and a very busy professional. Notwithstanding all the time that the fact that she's a very hardworking business owner, she's also a minister of religion and finds the time to paint, draw, garden, and praise dance. I want to be just like you when I grow up, Melinda. Welcome, Melinda, to the Merging Life and Money Show, and welcome, followers and listeners. Thank you for joining in today. So grab a pen and a notebook, as you might want to take some notes to discuss further with family members, friends, colleagues, etc., because it is about sharing values that could benefit others. I did say group health insurance, right? Group health insurance can help your small business both by providing you and your employees with quality medical care and by helping you attract and retain the best employees. And supplemental health insurance is extra or additional insurance that you can purchase to help you pay for services and out-of-pocket expenses that your regular health insurance does not cover. Okay, so as mentioned a few moments ago, Melinda will be talking about the importance of having such insurances for your employees as a small business owner. It is all about protecting the health of your business. Okay, you may remember that the Affordable Care Act requires that all employers with more than 50 employees must offer health insurance that is affordable. So what happens to the small businesses and the businesses with less than 50 employees as far as healthcare is concerned? We all know that health insurance can be a major financial deterrent when you are considering going out on your own. As Melinda will explain, it does not have to be so, right? So as some of you will discover, offering good health insurance to your employees may not be as difficult and as expensive as you think. Plus, the benefits are many. They range from affordable premiums, tax incentives, better hiring and recruiting, employee loyalty and retention, employee satisfaction, to healthier and more productive employees. These are just a few of the benefits, okay? So let's find more about it. So today we will focus on three points, and they are how affordable are group health and supplemental health insurance, how affordable they are. We'll talk about what happens once you secure your policy, and I'm talking about consultation and enrollment, and also how customizable can a group health plan B? Can it be flexible enough to meet very specific needs? And how are claims processed? That's why you have insurance for. Okay. So Melinda, before we get into the details, tell me, what are group health and supplemental health insurance?
Well, thank you for that lovely introduction. So, in healthcare, just in general, it can be a little confusing. So, what is healthcare? So, traditional healthcare is going to be healthcare that's provided, and that's going to be people like Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Kaiser, those types of people. And you would actually have a deductible attached to that. So when you talk about supplemental healthcare is going to be the healthcare that covers out-of-pocket expenses, things like co-pays and deductibles, and they go alongside your traditional healthcare. And it helps to cover needs that you may not think about. And with healthcare just alone, sometimes it's not enough just to have a healthcare plan with a deductible. Sometimes you need that extra help to use that healthcare plan, depending on the amount of the deductible. So that, in general, is what the healthcare and the supplemental care entails.
Okay.
Yes.
So, how many employees do you need to get group health insurance? Because I mean, I know about the 50 big, but we're talking about small businesses here. So, how many employees would a small business owner would have to have in order to be able to secure group health insurance for their employees?
So that's a very good question. Believe it or not, even with getting just regular group health care, you only need at least 3 employees. And the employees can include the owners as well. A lot of times, smaller businesses believe that they can't afford it or they're not able to enroll in a regular group health plan. And that's just not so. So what we provide is we provide the education to help them make a sound decision, something that's going to cater directly to that group, to them and to their employees. So if you have employees as little as 3 up to employees in the thousands, you can still provide health care.
Okay. I have another question for you.
Sure.
Does good I should say that group health insurance take into consideration pre-existing conditions?
Yes. Some of the carriers do take in consideration the pre-existing conditions, but again, it's going to depend on the carrier that you enroll with. So what we try to provide is information that will give us a clearer picture of what that entails for you individually. Because each person is individual, we offer one-to-one sessions with each person to provide them the sound decision to make for not only them, but for their families as well. So a lot of the plans that we have been able to offer will also accept pre-existing conditions, which is fabulous for a lot of people. So if you're with a group and you're working and you have a pre-existing condition just for working with that group and they enroll in these benefits, you're automatically enrolled in that coverage, irregardless of the pre-existing conditions.
Okay, that's important to know because this has been a big bone of contention with a lot of insurers. So that's very good information. So basically, what you're saying to me, with as little as 3 employees, a business owner could have or could secure a group health plan. And as you mentioned, the supplemental is basically an add-on to an existing health plan, so they would automatically be able to acquire that additional benefit or feature to their plan.
Absolutely. And I wanna add to that. We have a lot of smaller businesses that we work with that they don't have the traditional health care. They don't have anything set up. And a lot of these companies enroll in just the supplemental care. They may have some construction work or some type of engineering work or janitorial work where they may need an accident plan, and not only on the job, but also off the job. Okay. So sometimes when they are still trying to decide if they want to use regular or traditional health care and they're not sure, they're able to enroll them in an accident plan or dental or whatever they chose to enroll in.
Okay. So that I'm not confused here, mm-hmm. I don't necessarily have to have a group health plan in order to have supplemental insurance.
Right? That's correct. Supplemental insurance can stand alone. That's absolutely correct.
Okay, great. So my next question to you is, well, it sounded really good what you said, right? All the benefits and all that kind of stuff, but how affordable are those insurances?
So these insurances are so catered to the individual. They are very affordable. For instance, we have, say, for instance, an accident plan. Just a general accident plan would cost no more than $8.50 a month in some cases. So you're looking at a range between $8 and $20 a month, which is extremely affordable. And the payouts for the claims that may or may not have to, be filed, the payouts are also pretty darn good, I must admit. Unfortunately, my husband had to use our accident plan because he got bored and decided he wanted to chop off the tip of his finger accidentally. And so I was made aware of just how easy it is to use, the accident plan or any of the plans for that matter. So yes.
So affordability is a plus.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Good. How you talk about how customizable can a plan be? So let's say I have a small business and I have like 5 employees, and when you talk about the flexibility and the customizability of the plan, tell me more about that. I mean, how individualized could this plan be?
Absolutely. So say you have a group of 5, you want to get some benefits going, and your first step is to meet with the counselor. The counselor is going to go over all of the plans, all of the products that you may want to offer. So you may have a group of 5, and out of the 5, you may have 2 employees that, hey, the only thing they want is a dental plan and accident plan. But then you may have 2 or 3 employees that may want an accident plan, paycheck protection, disability, and the works. So these are very individualized. Even though they're working for the same company, they can still have separate experiences to better protect themselves and their family. So it's not a one size fit all. You can have as little as 3 people with 3 different products. It really depends on what's going to better work out for them and their family.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Melinda. I'm going to go back a little bit on because once let's say I acquire a policy or plan for my small business, what happens after that? I mean, take me through the process.
So let's say you have a health care plan already in place. You're looking at maybe switching, changing, or adding supplemental. So the first
No, let me go back.
Mhm.
I don't have anything. I'm shopping for a plan. So
Okay.
take me through the process from the beginning to the end, so
Okay.
that any small business owner who are listening or will be listening to the replay would know how to go about it. Because one, we are under the impression that healthcare cover is very expensive, particularly if you're a small business. So I want to make that clear for a prospective client of yours who is looking at acquiring healthcare for their small business. So take me through the from the beginning. If I come to you and say, now look, I have a business, I have not gotten my healthcare in check for my employees. Can you help me?
Yes. So the first step that we would go through is setting up an assessment period. So with that assessment period, what we're looking at is we're looking at different plans. So we can run an accurate quote as to what that business owner is specifically looking for. If that business owner is looking for health care and supplemental, we're going to look at those prices. We're going to provide those quotes. And we do this process together. It's more like an education process at first. So once you, as a business owner, identify, hey, I think I want to get an accident plan and I want to put in place a dental PPO, and then now we're streamlining. Okay, now we're going to specifically look at those two plans. We're going to look at what that entails for you, what the amount would be, because the employer doesn't necessarily have to contribute to any of the supplemental plans. They can still provide supplemental without paying for them. They can have the employees pay for them on their own, or they can provide a benefit bank where, let's say, they want to pay $20 a month per employee and have that employee choose what plans they would like to enroll in. So it's very detailed. Once we get the information or pinpoint exactly what we're going to offer to the group, at that point, we decide on what the enrollment stage is going to be. Is it going to be face-to-face? Or are we going to do the enrollment virtual with co-browse? Or are we going to do the enrollment call center? And we do have companies that they need to enroll virtually. We have some people that are working still from home, especially with the environment that we're in now. So we're actually able to enroll that group even from their living room. So it's very, very detailed, but at the same time, we do all of the work for that business owner and we leave out all of the guesswork.
Okay. So you make it sound like it's so simple. So which is great, because people just think that, okay, small business, particularly in the current economic climate, where money could be scarce, but yet again, you need your health insurance, particularly with what's going on. And they could be of the understanding that health insurance is out of reach. So I'm glad that you were able to clarify the whole situation, and so that a small business owner could realize that they actually can have, they can afford to have not only the health care plan insurance, but they could also have supplemental insurance, and the plan could be customized. That's a part of the price. So, and I would assume that the family of the employees would also be able to be covered, right?
Absolutely. And not only that, I want to point out as well that even if you are an employer and you have 1099 employees, they could also enroll in these group benefits as well.
Okay.
So a lot of times I run across a lot of real estate companies and they think, well, this isn't for us because they think it's just W-2 employees that can partake, but it's actually 1099 employees can partake, and individuals that may not be working right now and they may want an accident plan or a term or whole life plan, we can offer those on an individual basis. So even if they're not affiliated with an organization, they could still get plans for themselves and their family.
Okay, great. Well, would you believe that should be 20 minutes already? So I'm going to wind it down a bit and sum it up. And basically today, Melinda enlightened us on the affordability of group health and supplemental health insurance for small businesses. And I'm saying that small businesses, any businesses from 3 employees and up, right? She's also spoke about the ease of implementing your health plan and the flexibility attached to the group health and supplemental health plans. Okay, so I am going to leave you with these last thoughts. Small business tend to shy away from offering employee benefits such as group health insurance because they may not understand what it entails, or they may lack the resources to do so, right? So truth be told, the world of insurance can be complicated. However, implementing group health insurance plans will give your small business plenty of benefits. For starters, you'll be able to stand out from the competition and enabling you to attract and retain the best talent. As you well know, human resource is a backbone of any successful organization, and especially for small businesses that are looking to grow. And as the health of your employees begin to improve, you will likely see a lowering rate of health-related absenteeism and an increased rate of presenteeism, as I said, as employees will be taking fewer sick leaves and working more productively. Eventually, this may even result in substantial cost savings for small businesses. Right? So, and as far as the supplemental health insurance is concerned, note that however great the terms of supplemental health insurance may be, the plans are neither intended to stand alone nor replace your regular health insurance. Right? Supplemental health insurance is just that, a supplement. So before signing on the dotted line, make sure you fully understand the benefits and limitation of the plan. Okay, and if you don't, please contact Melinda. So I hope that today's show has helped you clarify the importance of having both group health and supplemental health insurance for your employees as a small business owner. Okay, so health is regulated, right? It's a regulated business. So Melinda, tell us, which state do you cover?
I cover currently Washington State, Texas, Virginia, Tennessee, Alaska, as well as New Mexico. I'm looking to expand.
Okay, great. So before I forget, sorry, oh my God, excuse me. Melinda, tell the audience how they could contact you.
So you can contact me directly by phone at 360-860-0901, or you can reach me at melinda.gay, Gay, at coloniallifesales.com, or Melinda Gay, PBS at outlook.com.
Okay. I have some information running at the bottom of the screen, so I'm going to let it run a bit while I end the show. And as you know, I like to end the show with a quote. And today's quote is from a congresswoman from Illinois by the name of Jen Shakorsky, and it reads: "Without health insurance, getting sick or injured could mean going bankrupt, going without needed care, or even dying needlessly." Food for thought. Okay? Thank you again, Melinda, for being my special guest today. I think this was quite helpful. I found it to be quite helpful. Thank you. Okay, so for more information about how to achieve financial wellness from the inside out and live a life full of purpose with the money you have, join me next week, Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. And I have to put all of this because my Bermuda peeps are on Atlantic Time, and 10 a.m. on Friday for my Australian friend. Next week, I will have a guest, Anisha Hart, an estate planning lawyer from Washington State. She was my guest last month, and as you recall, she promised to come back on the last Thursday of every month to share valuable estate planning information. So next week we will be talking about estate planning for newlyweds. So don't miss it. So thank you again for being here today on the Merging Life and Money Show. I am your host, Marie-Jo César. I will be back again next week. Until then, continue merging life and money. Bye for now.